Opened in 1973, the Minskoff Theater, one of the largest on Broadway, was built by the real estate company Sam Minskoff and Sons.
The Minskoffs wanted to build a large building on the site of the old Astor Hotel, which was one of the great landmarks of Times Square and that had been torn down in the mid-1960s.
In an effort to save the theater district, John Lindsay, then mayor of New York, convinced the Minskoffs to build a theater at the base of their office building.
And the city said to them, you will get more office space than zoning allows, therefore you will make more money if you build us this theater. So they made a compromise.
It was a turning point in the development of Times Square, when economic forces threatened the future of the theater district.
Had the Minskoff not been built, and instead simply an office building built there, probably more and more theaters would have been destroyed, and the theater district would have likely disappeared.
The entrance to the theater is hidden inside a passageway leading to escalators that arrive at a grand lobby.
The lobby of the theater overlooks Times Square. So there's like these floor-to-ceiling windows. The Minskoff's a very cool theater. It has a big spectacle feel to it. It's like just massive.
The minimalist design of the theater, by architect Dare Scott, hides the engineering innovation needed to build a theater inside a skyscraper.
This required the construction of immense steel girders and beams to support the weight of the building above.
From the time it was built, theater owner Jimmy Niederlander Sr. leased and ran the Minskoff, another in his chain of large Broadway houses.
You have to have a circuit to be big in this business, because one theater, you get one theater, you're out of business. You get a flop in there.
Built for musicals and spectacles, the Minskoff opened with a lavish revival of Irene, starring Debbie Reynolds, and continued through the 80s with musicals and concerts featuring well-known performers. In 1994, the Minskoff presented Sunset Boulevard. In order to get the starring role, Glenn Close had to audition for composer Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Let's get a look at you!
I was told that if he liked what I did, I'd be invited to dinner with him, with the idea that if he didn't like what I did, I would not be invited to dinner with him. So I arrived in his house, and I sang the two big songs. And I didn't sing them perfectly by any means. But afterwards, he leapt up and he said, "She has it in her voice. She has it in her voice." And I ended up going out to dinner with him.
Yes, everything's as if we never said goodbye.
Over the decades, the power of live theater has flourished at the Minskoff.
There is an energy field that you generate when you're on the stage in a live performance that kind of rolls out over the audience, and they have an energy field that comes back to you. And on the great nights, when you are totally connected in that connection, there is nothing more thrilling.
The success of the Minskoff has helped fulfill former Mayor John Lindsay's vision for New York City.
Once again, making sure that we hold Manhattan and the Broadway community as the cultural center of the world for the live dramatic theater and for related arts.
And he knew that what would save New York and make it a world-class city was not just business and finance, but also entertainment and culture.